We know what the drones are, and this should not be breaking news by now. Johnny G 193 writes, as he informs us all, you're not alone, and this is in regards to the experience my wife and I had together a couple of months ago and that I had exclusively about 3 weeks back. The low-altitude drones are likely Raytheon CDC's rogue assets to engage the people. We think they're weaponized with RF scalar weapons at 4 hertz to 7 hertz, which disrupts the human brain. Those symptoms are on par with what we had, plus disorientation and balance problems. And yes, we had those as well. Not to be confused with high-altitude light-based craft, which defy aerial physics around 30,000 or so feet. They are a whole different entity, and they are our allies. This is not what folks are seeing. What we're seeing and the things that are making people strangely fall ill are a lot lower than that. Please leave them alone, the higher altitude craft, which most are so high they couldn't be detected with the naked eye anyway. They are well known and friendly, and they are here to help us. That's all that can be said here. Just know they are on the good side of humanity. Let them do what they need. You'll thank them at a later time. Back to low altitude drones. If you feel dizzy, disoriented, or have balance coordination issues, and they move within conventional aerial physics, they're likely MIC rogue U.S. assets. And in parentheses, he says Raytheon, common defense contractor. Commonly known defense contractor. Let me say, there's nothing common about them. Verify all parameters first so you don't down a manned Cessna or anything. You must verify this. You must verify that they are unknown hostiles. Have your equipment set up beforehand. You can verify all basic radar and software, which is easy. Once you're comfortable they're rogue, you know what to do. Do it. Feel free to reach out if you have any problems. P.S. None have returned since we neutralized one last month. And folks, if you'd like to reach out to Johnny G 193, this came straight from the comments section on this channel, Homesteading Off the Grid. Go to the comments and just put in a search in the search bar. This gentleman right here, if you have any questions, he's offered to help anybody that's got some questions. Now, who would be behind this? Well, let's take a look at what Miko 4463 says. I don't think people are the initial first target. I think the real target is the soil, because no growth, no plants, no animals, no food, no people. Agenda 2030, get the particles analyzed. And he's referencing, or she is referencing, the particles that are in this mysterious fog that for some reason is engulfing most of the world. Miko 4463 continues. The globalists need a global false flag event to usher in a one world government. This global fog could be blamed on an alien attack, and people being so sick and scared would not object to a one world government to save mankind. At least the still asleep gullible ones, and that's 90%. I frankly, sir or ma'am, I think it's 97%. It's Agenda 2030. Again, the same, and just a thought. Happy New Year to you all. Let's hope this madness gets derailed. And folks, Happy New Year. It's not that I don't care enough about you to wish you a Happy New Year. We've just got something a little bit more important than a calendar date going on right now. Unless, of course, if we were to take a look at the upcoming calendar date of January 20, which a lot of folks believe there's trying to be some sort of event to supersede the events that take place on that day. Moving on to Deborah Mooney. Now, Deborah Mooney mentions a couple of illnesses and viruses in here that I cannot say, or this video will be flagged, and the channel potentially could be deleted. It's happened to others, okay, just for saying commonly daily referred to household viruses. But social media is fickle, and we've got to be careful, because I am really enjoying being your voice, despite the fact that it's been nearly 32 hours since I've slept, because I've been compiling thousands of these stories from you folks. We're getting them out there. We're not cowering to their censorship ways. We're being smart, because it's not about being right. We want to get the information out there, okay? Deborah Mooney continues. She writes, We have had a lot of fog in West Virginia. Shout out to all those folks over in West Virginia. I've been talking about all the drones here also. Of course, they know what it is. This isn't breaking news, folks. The fog isn't normal. All you hear in the news or on YouTube is about certain virus, another certain virus, and yet another certain virus. Now, if you go to the legacy media channels, it's all headline news, these three different illnesses, and it's okay for them to say it, but when we, the people, say it, it's like the rules don't apply the same to us as it does the large corporate mainstream media legacy outlets. Why is that? Are they in it together? Deborah Mooney continues, pray up and look up. Jesus is coming soon. Remember, Bill Gates said they needed to decrease the world population by 20 or more %. God keep us safe. And folks are saying they want to have that done by 2030. How convenient. They now, as of this recording, have exactly 5 years to make that happen. Janet Wilkins writes, my gut feeling is that it was military, these drones, hence why these drones we have not been able to shoot them down. Now we all know why. The military, government, and Bill Gates are out to dispatch us. That's a word we have to use on social media because they're fickle. They're making everyone ill. Gates did say the next pandemic will be coming. This is only the start of what government has planned. Paratronia 1386 writes, there's no way they don't know what these drones are, but the question is, why are they not doing anything about it, and why aren't they telling us? How are these objects floating for such a long time? What type of energy or technology is used to have them float for a prolonged time? Batteries are heavy and fuel would run out. I'm not sure if they are of this world. For those who think we're the only ones in the universe, wake up. We're not, and soon it'll be evident to all. IC U88 writes, in some ways, I'm glad they are putting the drones up. Who are they? The deep state, elite, or whatever name you want to give them. Actually, they could be a rogue element of said group as their world is collapsing and the rats are starting to scurry. The truth is, they have control of technology that should have been released for the good of the population. But greedy people do what greedy people do. A lot of this technology is in the hands of private corporations, so Congress has no direct access. Yes, they are using high-tech drones, but everything is not man-made drones. They're using misdirection to take attention off of the real extraterrestrial craft. Over the years, we have been given nudges to help change our mindset so we can have open contact because we have been used and abused long enough. The Phoenix lights in '97 of the large craft that flew silently over Phoenix, a craft over a mile long, was a wake-up call for people to demand better from our leaders. Just think, back then, they could call you crazy and get away with it, but not anymore, as too many people are coming out. Credible people who have seen these things up close. And folks, this is where we get your stories out. If you're afraid to tell it, you don't want to be called crazy, you don't want to get laughed at, email them to me, this channel, and I'll read them. And if you want to be kept anonymous, tell me. I have nearly compiled almost 2,000 of these stories that within 48 hours, many of which are going to be released in print and Kindle because there's not enough hours in the day to come out here and share them all on YouTube or on any other social media platform. We've got nearly 1.5 million subscribers and followers between what we have here on YouTube, what we have on Facebook, Instagram, other outlets. There's no way we can get these stories out otherwise, but we're getting them out, and you will be notified once that happens. ICU 88 continues. This is what the battle in Washington is about. Will the corrupt continue to control us, or will the people regain control of this runaway government? Just look at the bill they tried to push through. 1,500 pages plus of corruption to steal more of our money. And if you think the billion's going to, and again, I've got to watch out, a certain place that's currently experiencing war, if you think it's going there for their effort, you really have no clue. Bottom line, treason has been committed by many, and they know it. And if Mr. T is allowed back in office, come on, read between the lines, you know who this is. People will have to answer for their crimes. So like a cornered animal, they will do anything to cause chaos like they did the last time. Stay alert and pay attention to what you are being fed by legacy media, as most of them are bought and paid for. Peace. There you have it, folks. How stupid do they think we are? Do they really think, after so many experiences, myself to be included and my wife to be included in those experiences, do they really think we haven't got it figured out? Send us your experiences. Again, the email is crazylake@mail.com. We will keep you anonymous if you so desire. Stay tuned for a major announcement of a massive release of these leaked stories coming soon. Happy New Year. We'll see you for more next time. Keep your eyes on the skies.